Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be making a pesto chicken mac and cheese, but I'm gonna add a few veggies in it just to make it a little bit healthier. So let's begin. First off, I am going to saute my veggies real quick. So first I'm going to get some butter melting in my pan, and I also have some water that is going to start boiling pretty soon. So get that going. I'm gonna start off with 2 tablespoons, and then I might need to add more when it's about time to make the roux. So we're gonna get that going. Okay, that is all melted down, so I'm gonna add in an onion and some bell pepper. I'm just using an orange bell pepper, but you can use whatever color you like. We're gonna get that sautéing. Okay, that is looking good, so I'm going to remove it from the pan. And I do have some spinach that I'm gonna put in here as well, but I'm going to put that in last minute once everything is all done and let that wilt down a little bit, but it's a little too early for that. That orange pepper really dyed my onions yellow. It almost looks like I added turmeric to it. There's that. Now I'm going to start to make my roux. So I'm going to need equal parts of butter and flour. So first I'm going to get started with a 1/4 cup of butter. We're gonna get that melting down. The water is almost to a boil. Okay, now my flour can go in. And we're going to stir that up for about 2 minutes. We want to cook off all that flour taste. Want to make sure it keeps moving. We do not want anything to burn on. Okay, that is looking awesome. Now I'm going to slowly start adding in 1.5 cups of milk. Whole milk is gonna work best and give you the most creamy flavor in your mac and cheese, but if you don't have that, you can use a different percentage. At first it always looks like it's getting thicker, but that's what you want, and you want to add it in slowly because you do not want to break the roux, and then it will just get super thin. We want to have a thicker mac and cheese. So now it's clumping together, which is what we want to see. I'm just going to continuously mix this in until all 1.5 cups get added. And my water is getting done too. So I'm gonna be adding in elbow noodles soon. Okay, and then just dump the rest in. Okay, this has come together nicely and it still is somewhat thick, which is what we want. Now I'm gonna add in my cheese. I have a mix of cheddar, mozzarella, and Gruyere cheese. We're gonna add that in. We're gonna stir that up and get that melting down for our cheese sauce. Oh, it's starting to smell good too. Well, that's melting. I'm going to quickly add in, I'm gonna do 1.5 cups of mac and cheese. You wanna make sure your water has been salted nicely. 1.5. Perfect. That's stirred together. Okay. Starting to melt down nicely. Okay, now is a good time to add in my seasonings. So I'm gonna add in some salt, pepper, garlic powder, a little bit of onion pepper, I don't need that much, and a little bit of paprika. Awesome, and I'm gonna give that a good stir. Okay, now it is time to add in some pesto. So this pesto is actually from Costco. It's really good. It's in their refrigerated section. Tastes so good. So I'm gonna add in 2 spoonfuls of that. That's probably close to 1/2 cup. And we're gonna get that stirred in. Trying to overflow. Okay, and then I'm gonna add back in our onion and peppers. And then I deboned a rotisserie chicken, and this is about 3 cups of it. It's about half of the chicken. Awesome, and we're just gonna get that all mixed in as well. Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna be cheesy. This will be good. But it's a thick cheese sauce, so I'm gonna save some of the pasta water to make it a little looser once we mix it in with all the pasta. Okay, now I just need to wait for the pasta to get done. Needs about 1 more minute. Perfect. I'm gonna take some of this pasta water and reserve it. And then we're going to drain the rest out in a strainer. Awesome. And we're gonna pour it back in the bowl, as well as dumping our cheese mixture with the chicken and all the vegetables in there. And that definitely got thick, so glad I have some water that will help it coat the noodles well. Okay, and we're gonna start folding that in. Oh, this is so cheesy. Okay, and then I'm gonna add in a little bit of the water at a time. You don't wanna add too much at once. And just go until you get the right consistency. Okay, this is looking awesome. Last thing I'm gonna do is add in some spinach and just let that wilt down for a couple minutes. Okay, and we're just going to fold that in as well. Okay, I'm just gonna put the lid on for a couple minutes, and then it's time to give it a taste test. Okay, it is now time to give this a taste test. I'm gonna dish some out. Oh, it looks so good. So creamy and cheesy. And then to top it off, I'm going to add some sun-dried tomato. I figured that would go good with the pesto. Oh, this is looking so good. There we go. And this is what it's looking like. Yum. Okay, now it's time to give it a try. A little bit of everything on there. It's very good. It's very cheesy. It has a wonderful pesto flavor. That pesto really shines through, which I love. The veggies in it are very nice, and the shredded rotisserie chicken in it is amazing. All the flavors come together wonderfully, and it's nice to have some veggies in here too. And the sun-dried tomatoes add a nice texture and acidity to it as well, which really balances it out nicely. So I am very happy with how this all turned out. And what's great about this dish is if you don't want to add any of the veggies in it, that works just fine. Or if you want to add even more, that is perfectly fine too. That's kind of what I love about cooking, is you can really tailor it to what you enjoy. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.